Your mind is not your enemy, it's your battlefield. Every day, thousands of thoughts, doubts, and distractions attack it. You scroll endlessly, compare constantly, react instantly, and you wonder why you feel lost. The truth is simple. You cannot think clearly if your mind is crowded with noise. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." Yet most people never enter that place. They drown in the noise of others. Opinions, notifications, chaos. If you want clarity, you must first master silence. Not the kind of silence where you just stop talking, but the kind where your mind stops chasing every distraction. You detach, you breathe, you create distance from everything that demands your attention. Clarity begins in solitude. When you step back from the noise, your thoughts start to align. You begin to see what's real, not what's loud. This is why wise thinkers take time alone, to declutter their minds before making decisions. Ask yourself, how can I hear my own wisdom if I never stop listening to the world? When you practice, mental silence, confusion fades, focus returns, and decisions become simple. Because the truth has always been there, you were just too loud to hear it. Silence isn't weakness, it's power under control, and the one who controls his inner noise controls his life. Most people react. The wise observe that's the difference between chaos and control. When something happens, emotion rushes in. Anger, pride, fear. They all demand you to act now. But the Stoic knows the moment you react, you surrender clarity. You stop thinking and start bleeding energy. Epictetus taught it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So next time you face an insult, a setback, a storm, pause, don't strike back. Observe, ask, what's really happening here? Is this under my control? This pause is your weapon. It separates emotion from logic. It allows reason to enter before action. When you observe, you see the situation for what it is, not what your feelings say it is. That's how you avoid mistakes, arguments, and regrets. That's how you make calm, confident decisions. Observation builds strength, reaction builds weakness, and the man who can stay calm in chaos becomes unstoppable. We suffer more from imagination than from reality. Your mind exaggerates, distorts, and dramatizes. It turns small problems into massive ones. But the Stoic path demands brutal honesty, to see the world as it is, not as your emotions paint it. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about that. How many times have you destroyed your peace because of something that never even happened? Clear thinking requires removing the emotional filter. Stop asking, how does this make me feel? And start asking, what are the facts? When you strip away emotion, the truth becomes visible. A clear mind doesn't need comfort. It needs reality. And reality is often uncomfortable, but it's always useful. When you see things clearly, decisions become natural. You don't force them, they align with reason. See people for who they are, not who you want them to be. See challenges as lessons, not punishments. See life not through the lens of pain, but through the lens of truth. Reality is your teacher if you dare to face it. Attachment is the enemy of clarity. When you crave a result too much, when your happiness depends on how things turn out, your judgment gets clouded. Fear takes over. Desire takes over. You stop seeing clearly because your vision is chained to a specific outcome. But the Stoic lives differently. He does his best, then releases control. He focuses on action, not approval, effort, not expectation. Marcus Aurelius said, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason you use today. When you detach, your mind becomes still. You think better, decide stronger, and act wiser. Because you're not acting from fear or greed, you act from principle. Let go of needing things to go your way. Let go of the obsession to win every battle. Focus on the process, not the prize. Because once you detach from outcomes, no failure can destroy you, and no success can control you. Clarity is not found in speed, it's found in reflection. Before every decision, pause, ask, why am I doing this? What's driving me? Wisdom or emotion? Will this matter in 5 years? Reflection is how you prevent regret. It slows down your impulses and strengthens your awareness. And awareness is what turns confusion into confidence. The Stoics journal daily for this reason. They examined their thoughts like soldiers inspecting armor before battle. Because the unexamined mind is dangerous. It reacts blindly. When you reflect, you refine your direction. You start aligning your decisions with values, not moods. And that's how you begin living intentionally, not emotionally. Every great decision begins with one quiet moment of reflection. And in that moment, the fog lifts and truth appears. Clarity isn't just a mental state, it's a way of living. It's waking up with purpose instead of panic. It's choosing calm over chaos, discipline over distraction, truth over illusion. When your mind is clear, life slows down, not because things are easier, but because you've mastered yourself. You see through confusion, manipulation, fear, and you move with strength. A clear thinker doesn't chase everything. He chooses. He knows what deserves his energy and what doesn't. He saves his focus for what truly builds him. This is the ultimate Stoic power, mental order, because when your thoughts are organized, your actions are unstoppable. You stop being a victim of emotion and become a commander of your own destiny. Remember this, you don't need more motivation. You need more clarity, because once your mind is calm, your path becomes obvious. And when your path is clear, you dodges, momentum becomes inevitable.